first time the club's competing in Concacaf Champions Cup this year. I guess, what does it mean to you to have the club in this competition for the first time going into 2024?
Yeah, I think it's a natural progression from where we've come from. If we think that it was only a few years ago, we started in MLS, and prior to that in USL, and here we are now in the biggest competition for this level of soccer, and the chance to play against a different level of opposition, which we saw in 2023 in Leagues Cup. So exciting to be back amongst it with Central American teams, and who knows what's possible.
You mentioned Leagues Cup there, obviously a continental tournament as well there. Does that kind of give you a preview as to what to expect in Champions Cup, or kind of give, I guess, the team and the club itself a preview as to what to expect? Yeah,
I think when you run a team, or you work in a team, or you support a team in different leagues, the more you can expand the competition, the better. And so it's a next progression. Leagues Cup was a chance to face off against the best of Liga MX. This is another level, and whether you're a player or a coach or a fan, the experience is different. The coach will set the team up differently. The travel will be different. The countries and climates you play in can be different. And I think you just have to, be excited about the adaptation of that. And as we saw in this year in Leagues Cup, we acquitted ourselves as good as you can by reaching the final, and hope for the same sort of energy and opportunity and outcome as we saw in 23.
First, basically all the way up until the final, you're talking about a home leg and an away leg. What does it mean to host Champions Cup here at Geodis Park, at least for one game and hopefully multiple?
Yeah, I think it'll be incredible. I think we saw again this year in Leagues Cup, and obviously in moving into Geodis in 2022, that our fan base reacts to these big moments and big opportunities, and I don't see it any differently. I just think it'll be exciting, depending who we draw and how we progress in that tournament. There's so much outcome available from that. The teams you'll play against, the quality of the opposition, the different energy that different teams will bring. And if you go all the way, it's the ultimate prize. And I'm one of the people fortunate enough to have been and worked in leagues where I've been with a team that's reached that Champions League final and won that tournament, and it's a truly incredible thing. And so if you can be there at the start of it, it can be an incredible journey.
Obviously, if you go the whole way in this thing, you'll compete in the Club World Cup. What does that prize mean for a club like Nashville SC, who's still relatively new and could end up on arguably one of the biggest stages in world soccer?
It has to be, it's the World Club Championship. I think, it says exactly what it says on the tin, which is it's the biggest prize in club football, and winning Concacaf Champions League puts you into that competition. The very idea that this far in our journey that Nashville's in a situation where it could win this competition, or at least has a chance of winning this competition, to go on and face teams like Real Madrid or Liverpool or the Asian Champions League winners or other. It's just kind of a dream, when you base it on where we started just a few years ago. But it's a real thing, and nobody thought, I don't think, going into Leagues Cup that we'd reach the final. And here we are in a different competition, and everything's possible. And I'd love us to face off against Liverpool in the World Cup Championship, but I'm biased. So.
Never go full shepherd.
No.